Victims of a 2016 Christmas Eve bus crash that killed 3 people from Tonga say they now live with anger, lost dreams and reoccurring nightmares. The bus company Ritchies is due to be sentenced for failing to ensure the health and safety of other people was not put at risk, a charge laid by Worksafe. Jessie Chiang reports from the Waitakere District Court.
The bus had been carrying 53 people from Tonga's Maelewhihi Siu Ilukutapu College brass band when it plunged down a bank near Gisborne at about 10:30 at night on Christmas Eve in 2016. 11-year-old Sione Taumalolo and 33-year-old Talita Moimoi died at the scene. 55-year-old Leotesia Malakai died 8 days later in hospital. Tevita Lokotui, who was the school's head boy, had been sleeping in the aisle of the bus because there weren't enough seats. Then he heard screaming.
I remember waking up in the bus after the crash. I managed to get myself out of the bus, and I was just sitting there by a tree in shock. I was staring up into space, just trying to recollect what had just happened. I realized when I was sitting out of the bus, I looked at my leg, that it had been damaged.
Doctors eventually had to amputate his left leg just above his knee. Mr. Lokotui says it's completely changed his life.
I had a lot of goals and dreams for the future, but after the accident, I can't pursue those dreams anymore, especially my love for rugby.
He's had to stay with family in Mangere since the crash because he needs ongoing treatment. Now 21 years old, Tavita Lokotui wonders when he'll be able to return home to Tonga for good. But he says he's no longer angry at the bus driver, Talakai Ahulele, who was sentenced last year to 5.5 months home detention and had to pay $36,000 in reparations.
I now don't have any bad feelings against the driver of the bus. I understand there were issues with the bus, but the driver should have stopped and asked for help.
Instead, Tevita Lokotui puts the blame on the bus company Ritchies. Saunaleva Hehepoto was also on the bus that night and says she has ongoing nightmares about what happened.
Sometimes I jump up screaming, and my husband keeps asking me what had happened.
At one point, the 66-year-old became so emotional she had to pause before reading on. Ms. Hehepoto says she cries a lot about the crash.
I always feel sad for myself and what had happened, and feel sad for those that have lost their lives because they had children and left behind their families.
Worksafe and 3 members of Ritchie's board of directors were also in court today. The Crown and Defence both made submissions about reparation to the victims, and Judge June Jellis said the court will reconvene for sentencing at a later date. I Tamaki Makaurau o te hōtaka o te ahi nei, ko Jessie Chiang tēnei.